All right, here today with my dog Steph. How you been, dog? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know. It's been what? Last time I seen you probably what, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, dude.
Something
we
like
just
that.
been working. Like you've been in school, I've been working, getting shit together, getting ready for the next phase of life, and you've been on that same shit. So how's Long Beach been? I mean, that is like.
Man.
Grew up in Vacaville, like going to Long Beach, dog. That is like complete culture shock a little bit. Huh?
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. When I first moved down there, it was definitely culture shock, like you said. But it's just you grow up. As you get older, you hit those different stages. Like 18, 19, you're still kind of a kid.
Yeah.
19, 20, you start hitting those stages. Like, all right, gotta get a job, gotta focus on my education, sports, whatever you're doing. 20, 21. Yeah. Growing up a little bit, but you're still having a good time. 21, 22, still get to have those good times, but now it's more locked down, focused on the work, future, Absolutely. Education.
Yeah, you really got to be locked in right now. I think that's really important. So, but take me through these last couple years in Long Beach, dude. Like the process. Man. I mean, you've been on the rugby team, and like I know Long Beach is a big party school, so obviously there's some of that going out. Like it's just like you kind of have to do that down there, or you don't exist. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So SoCal, everything you see about like partying, going out, all that stuff, it's true to a certain extent. Everything you see through your phone, it makes it look a lot more fun than it actually is. But get in, it's a good time. Like you said before, different vibe, culture shock. But it's a lot more compressed into a lot little, if that makes any sense. Vacaville, there's stuff, but it's spread out.
It's like 5,000 people in 1 square mile.
Exactly. And you'd be surprised that when you get into that community and that culture, how similar it is to a town like this. I'm going to Ralph's, getting my groceries, and I see my CrossFit trainer. I see like dorm buddy or a friend of mine. It's like small town, but it's a good time.
So it is kind of like small town kind of like translates to college community.
Yeah.
Kind of like, so that's cool. What's the rugby been like though? Because honestly, so I know that's hard as frack on your body. Like wrestling and rugby, I don't think it gets much harder on your body than those two, dog.
Really doesn't.
Like, so talk me, so starting as a freshman, dog, what was it like getting in there with those big dudes that are recruited from all over the country? Like, you were like a natural at it, but you started rugby late. Like,
yeah, I started around middle school. It was football. I took more to that, but funny story involves wrestling. My parents were like, you gotta sign up for something else. It's rugby or wrestling. Did 3 practices of wrestling. Coach Birch, quit. If you're thinking about wrestling, man, if you're not built out for it, don't do it. But started rugby. Rugby, it's a good time. But coming up to Long Beach, man, it's just seeing all the different cultures mesh into one and joining your team. You really get integrated in that system of brotherhood.
Absolutely.
Make relationships you never lose.
Yeah, and like we really had that with our high school wrestling team. Like we were all tight. We all hung out. We were all like. We had Asians, white dudes, black guys. And we were all just brothers.
All coming into one.
Yeah, and we
working towards the same goal.
Yeah, and that's what matters. Like, it didn't matter what you believed, any of this. It's like, we're going to get this done. We're going to accomplish it. And
any means necessary.
Yeah, having a group like that of, like, dudes around you, though, is really important, dude. And it's like, I refer to it as, like, 2 cars going together full speed. And they're not going to, like, bro, they're going to go like this. Mm-hmm. They're going to elevate each other.
Exactly.
So, like, when you're around those other people that are built like that, like you, it just makes a huge difference. So, like, going from your freshman year, when you were in there, dog, were you, like, getting your ass beat every day in the scrums? Like, talk me through that a little bit. What was it like? Were you, like, did you get out there and hold yourself pretty well? Like, just talk me through it a little bit, because I don't know. Like, I'm not too familiar with the game of rugby.
Of course.
Just go on.
So when I got in, I wasn't starting right off the bat. We started our season against UC Santa Barbara, beat them, took the black and blue cup, as we do every single season.
Is that like a big prideful thing down there?
Yeah, we play them twice a year, and it's a whole lot of Long Beach stamps on that trophy. I'll just say that much.
Nice.
So came in, my buddy Noodles, loved that guy. He went down. I had to take over for him. I was 235 pounds.
Dog.
My average weight and height for my position flanker is like 6 foot 190, so straight beefcake. Okay. I was straight fat cake, hostess donut, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but you're like a quick, agile guy.
Yeah. So came in, and of course I was just playing bully ball. You catch the ball, run forward. But then as I've gone throughout my multiple seasons, progressed my rugby skills, my education about the game, and camaraderie with your brothers, you learn how everyone plays, and you learn how you can mesh together to make the perfect unit. So I've been blessed out of great guys along my side. Always, like you said with the car crash, they lift you up every single time. Yeah. Even when you're at your lowest, they'll lift you up. And kind of come up together and work towards a common goal, and it's been great.
Yeah, have you had like a group of guys that like came in the same class as you that you like bonded with real tight, and it's like, bro, like this shit might suck at the beginning, but we're gonna get through it. And like once you get to that sophomore junior year, I feel like you probably like your body's more mature. You're like,
You get comfortable.
yeah, and you're just learning the game at a different level, probably, right?
Yeah, you are. I got a few buddies that came in with me, Jacob and Patty, to name a few. Jacob's my roommate, probably 5'3", the most jacked man I've ever met in my life.
Jesus.
So our CrossFit trainer Cherry took him under his wing, started getting him yoked. Absolute beefcake stud. Looks like an action figure.
You do a lot of CrossFit, huh?
Yeah, I do. I just started doing. We trained with the rugby team, but I actually just started doing classes on my own over the past 3-4 months, and it's a trip. It takes a toll on your body, but you become more of a overall fit person in the long run.
For sure, it's more of like moving away from like a meathead to like a
well-rounded athlete.
A well-rounded
athlete.
So
exactly. That's a great analogy.
Yeah. So
can I practice?
Of course, dude. That's what they're here for. Try it. Let me know how you like it. The fruit punch are good. I went the fruit punch.
Delicious.
Delicious, huh?
Delightful.
Happy Dads are the best, dog. And look at this shit. Look at this shit. 100 calories, 2 grams added, 2% something sugar, whatever.
Oh yeah. Go to drink. Go to drink. If we're playing some die or something, go to drink.
Happy Dads. Not Bud Light. Fuck that shit.
Don't even get me started on that, man.
Not Bud Light. They have taken a
That's
hit,
a whole different. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, but you can get that shit for almost free now.
Bro, what was it?
So I know it's the college drink now because it's like buy one get one
it's
free.
Cheap. Yeah.
It's buy one get one free.
I saw something. I don't know if it's true. Don't fact check me on, but it was like Alcohol Administration is taking like 26 billion, something like that, toll down the drain because of all that woke stuff. Go woke, go broke. That's what I've been seeing.
Yeah, man. But let's jump back to CrossFit because I'm really interested about this. Like, so what are those intervals like? Like, getting into that training. Like, give me like a day in the life. Like, what is a CrossFit day like?
Well, it's an hour-long class, so it's not like a whole day, but it's a lot of eating clean, staying healthy, watching what you do on the side.
No, but I mean when you're there. Like, what is a workout like?
Okay, so you walk in, do just some normal body stretches, knee tug, toe to butt, calf walks, swing out the legs, swing out the joints, get everything nice and loose. Because you want that full body looseness. When you're bodybuilding, you're only working one set muscle group. Yeah. But then when you're doing CrossFit, it's everything. So you gotta have your whole body tightened up, ready to go. And it's a lot of like full body motions, man, and it gets you fit, gets you agile, gets you straight. Also helps you work on your mental too.
Yeah, I honestly need some of that. I've been being a straight meathead lately, dog. Like
bodybuilding. Mixing it in is good.
I just have been lifting, eating meat. Like
good.
No fucking vegetables.
That's still good though. That's still good.
And no running, and just I'll box every here and there, like spar someone in the driveway, just hit pads.
Boxing is smart though.
Yeah,
it's get your cardio up.
Yeah. I mean, getting your heart rate up like that, there's like very few ways you can do it. Like boxing, wrestling, CrossFit's probably a pretty.
Only one is probably thinking of swimming.
Swimming is hard as fuck, dog. If you're like really trying to swim, I was talking about this the other day. I would never swim in the ocean.
No. Oh, you try and you make one wrong move and you get swept under every single time.
I'm saying, and people just like, did you see that thing about that guy who was on like his graduation cruise and he jumped off the cruise ship into the water?
Did he die?
Off a dare? Yeah, shark ate him.
Oh my god.
It was shark infested.
So in Long Beach, there's a lot of stingrays, right?
Oh my god.
Funny story. Freshman year, I was walking around with a few friends of mine, stepped on a stingray. Thank God I didn't get stung.
Oh.
But I felt that little fucker slither across the bottom of my foot.
Ooh, it's like a snake, dog.
Chills up your spine. It's like a water snake.
Oh.
But it just chills at the bottom waiting for you.
Those
it's
out
a big
Steve
problem.
Irwin. I've watched him every day on.
Rest in peace, Steve Irwin.
Dog, yes.
Rest in peace.
But I used to watch Animal Planet every single night when I was a kid. My parents would be like, "You're either asleep at 8 or you gotta watch cheetahs eat fucking
something
deer.
educational.
You gotta watch cheetahs eat deer." And like that's what Animal Planet wasn't like.
It was
bullshit.
Cool.
It was cool. It was like the cheetah stalking the gazelle, and then it pounces. That's what I grew up.
Absolutely takes it out.
Yeah, and then it shows you it like eating it. I was like 8 years old watching this.
Like, what's going on?
Well, it taught me some shit. You can't fuck around in the
nature,
field of
man,
battle.
Don't fuck around in the field of battle. Don't fuck around with nature, because nature will bite back every single time.
Nature's a motherfucker, dog. People underestimate that shit. Like, bro, volcanoes and shit, fucking
Oh my God.
earthquakes, tsunamis. Like the Earth is 75% water.
Yeah.
We're only 25%.
Yeah.
We're closer.
Think about that.
We're closer to the Earth being underwater than over water.
Think about it. It's a trip, man.
Bro,
and how much of the ocean we haven't even explored yet? Crazy
they say
stuff.
5%. There has to be aliens underwater.
There has to be.
There has to be. Okay, did you see this alien thing that came out about Nevada yet? You gotta be
No.
on Twitter, dog. You gotta be
I'm on Twitter, but all I see is fight videos.
Oh my gosh, your algorithm isn't in the right spot. Elon takes care of me, dog.
Dude,
I see
I
all
love
the
that.
good shit.
I
see all the good shit.
What'd you see? What'd you see?
Okay, so let me break it down. Bro, these Mexicans in fucking Vegas, something fell out of the sky into their yard, and it fucking like made a big bang.
No
and you can hear it
way.
on the ring camera. Yes, and then like he calls the police. He's like, "There's this 8-foot person in my yard." He's like, long, big eyes.
Nah.
And he's like not really making sense, dog. But he's like scared. You can tell he's like scared, dog.
Yeah,
And then he's like, it's behind the tractor. It's hiding behind the tractor. And there's a video, dog. And you can kind of, it's really blurry, but you can kind of see like a white face and some big eyes.
Mhm.
You can't tell if it's edited. But
Man,
do you
stuff
think-
like that's gonna be around till the end of time. All those edited aliens. I don't know if it's edited or not. I got no proof, but something in me believes that there's something else out there, and we're
Yeah.
definitely not the only ones. Because there's no way, man. You talk about the ocean being 75-25, how small we feel then. Zoom out on our galaxy, our universe, man. It's
Oh my
it's
God.
so big.
It's expanding
So,
too. It's like ever expanding.
constantly.
Isn't that crazy?
Constantly
Like
expanding.
a big bang just could have happened. A big bang just did
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
A big bang just happened, dog. There was another universe just created, just like ours,
Huh.
bro. Like nothing.
Instant, like nothing.
Just like a child's born, just
And
now
guess
a
what?
universe.
That's
is just
nature,
born.
bro. Don't fuck with it.
Don't.
Don't fuck with it, bro.
What is like the most extreme nature? Would you go on like? Would you go to the Amazon?
Oh,
on
the
like an
Amazon.
expedition?
Man, no.
Or
but-
like, would you go on a safari? Like, not with like just like hike to the
Nah, the
with
most-
guns and shit.
So does it have
If
to
they
be like an,
approach you, you gotta kill them.
does it have to be like an action thing or like just nature adventure?
Well, there's always the probability there could be danger. Whether it's 5%,
Okay.
10%.
I think what I would do, I'd want to go paragliding.
No, dude, there's no danger paragliding. The paraglide might
What if
break.
that bitch rips?
Well, that's different. I'm talking about like
Okay.
that's the
If I were to go anywhere in nature,
like the ocean wide, like scuba
Oh
diving
my
with
God.
sharks, maybe like
I would definitely explore like a coral reef or something.
okay, so
Some
we're
crazy
going as
coral
soft
reef,
as we
yeah.
can. Sharks don't even go near coral.
Bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You ever watch Animal Planet? Sharks are slithering around
It's
those
the
things.
nice ones though. It's like the nurse shark.
Yeah, they're the baby sharks.
Yeah. So I would. I think I would go in a cage, like go in one of those metal cages that's on Shark
With the
Week.
sharks?
Yeah.
Oh my, nah, dude. I'd shit my pants immediately. Could not do that.
Oh my god, dog.
I'll go in the coral reef because I noticed the cool baby sharks and stuff.
I would.
Oh my
I think
gosh.
because I wouldn't skydive. I would
Really? I think that's something I'd be willing to do.
I
That
would do it,
adrenaline rush.
dog.
But it pushes
Oh
you.
my
It pushes you
God.
so much more than just doing the action. You gotta mentally build yourself up to jump out of a fucking airplane. Think about that.
That's so
You-
crazy.
Think about take that trip. You gotta jump out of an airplane. What if your shit doesn't work? Yeah, there's a backup parachute, but what if that shit doesn't
Is
work
there a
either?
backup parachute?
Yeah,
Oh
what I've
my-
heard is they keep one on top and then there's like an emergency one
Oh
below.
my,
'cause
imagine the first one doesn't work and your guy starts pulling
Oh,
for the
shit.
emergency.
second one doesn't work.
Well, like you just
Oh.
don't know. Like, would they even tell you? Would they be like, "Hey, they didn't work, buddy"?
Hey, bruh, your parachutes aren't working. Sorry, but
Hey,
we're
bruh.
both fucked. Like, how do you even get past that?
What would he? I want to know what the guy would say to the guy on bottom, because he's pulled. So like the first one doesn't work. Does he say, "Bro, the first parachute doesn't work. I'm gonna try the second," and then your heart's pumping like, "Oh, oh my god,
Yeah.
Does the second gonna work? Is the second gonna work? Is the second gonna work?" And then he's like, "Oh, the second worked more." And then you're like,
Oh, you're immediately getting that gasp of
Bro,
life.
I'm
back
getting
into
like
you.
chills.
I
thinking
know,
about it
same
now.
here. No, you're
But-
definitely getting that gasp of life right
But
back
then-
in you.
But then, what if he goes, "It didn't work. It didn't.
Oh,
It didn't work."
Dude, because there's either two ways it can
And
go.
then it's
There's either two ways it's gonna go. He's gonna start spitting some bullshit, be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna try this safety maneuver," or You're just gonna have to mentally admit that you're both fucked.
What if he's
like,
what if he's
you're
like,
both done for.
What if
at
he's
that
like,
point.
let's do a flip?
He's like, let's do a flip. I'm like, fucking sick,
You
dog.
just
I got 30 more seconds, not even on this planet in the air. Might as well hit a sick gainer while we're at it.
He's like, starts doing twirls and backflips.
They're gonna recover your GoPro footage. It's just gonna be you guys flipping out and then hitting non-stop gainers.
Your
you
family
splat
would be
concrete.
rich when that shit gets
Oh
uploaded to
my God.
YouTube.
And I hope my family uses every dollar of that the right way.
Oh my God, dog, that was fun. Fucking yeah. So I would not jump out of an airplane. I would not.
It'd take me a few days to be like, you're about to jump out of this fucking thing. Mentally prepare
maybe like
yourself.
maybe like off a bridge with like one of the short parachutes.
Oh, we used to do that back in high school. Oh, you're talking about a big bridge, like big boy bridge.
Yeah, like a big boy. Like
Oh yeah. If I got parachute, easy peasy lemon squeezy. But
Don't you be scared, dog. You be
Oh, 1,000%. I'm just
I
capping
wonder
right
if
now.
there's a weight limit for skydiving.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there is. If you're like Shaq, bro, they're probably hooking you up to at least 2 parachutes.
They're
But if
hooking
you're like,
you up to a hot air balloon, dog.
yeah, at that point, if you're like Honey Boo Boo's mom, I think they're just gonna say, "Hey, weight limit maximized on the plane, bro. You can't get on. I'm sorry." Like they're gonna
for
make
real.
some shit.
For
There's
real.
got to be a weight limit or something.
Yeah, but sharks don't sound too bad because how are they gonna break the cage? They're not that strong, are
They're
they?
not. But then you
What
see
about-
movies, man.
Would you go like in a swamp, like a Florida swamp, on like one of those pontoon boats with the fan on the back?
Oh yeah. Oh,
And, like,
1,000%.
with all the
man.
alligators.
I've been to Louisiana. Actually, been on one of those. It was a
Oh.
trip because we're sitting there, dude, bucktooth, right? Already has a lip, and we're just riding around. He's like, "Y'all want to see something cool?" Grabs a stick, skewers a random steak in this cooler that looks like it hasn't been cleaned for weeks, right?
Ugh.
Sticks it above the water. Random gator pops out. He has a stick in his hand, just fucking grabs it. Grabs its mouth shut, wraps it around, starts tossing it around the boat.
No.
Tossing it around the little pontoon thing.
Was
He-
it a little gator?
It was probably yay big. It was
That's
a big.
that's
But
still.
still, that's a fucking gator.
Yeah,
And,
dog.
and this dude just wrestled it with a lip in, tossing it around the boat like it's nothing. And then he was like, "You want to hold it?" I'm like, "No,
Nah,
I'm good,
dog.
bro." I'll pet it. I just touch his head. I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then I had some gator pasta later. That shit was gas. I was thinking of my boy the whole time.
my god.
I was thinking of my boy the whole time.
I would have fucking shit myself. He's fucking bringing a.
I was contemplating it. For
What
sure.
was he? He was just wrestling the thing like.
No,
"Hey,
he
hey."
literally just one arm grabbed it and then just pinched it shut and then just wrapped like a belt or some sort of wrapping device
Oh
around
my
it.
god. Like a. Oh my god.
Some
That's
sort of
fucking crazy.
noose.
I ain't never done nothing like that. I need to do more traveling, dog. Like
It's
I
a lot
just
of fun.
I just be so busy. Like I mean, like the last couple of years, dog. I just been working, you know.
Working your ass off. I've
Yeah,
seen
because
that.
it's just. Well, I'm not trying to go into any student debt, and I got into
Exactly.
this MRI program that I start next month. So
Congratulations.
fucking thank you, bro. But hopefully this shit takes off and I can drop out. But
Let's hope so.
but what was I talking? Oh yeah, so I've just been saving up a shit ton of money for that, so that no school student debt, dog. I just been so busy working, studying, fucking working out. It's a fucking quest to take care of yourself, dog.
It is,
and
man.
just, like,
Self
get
care
rid of
is
these-
something that really gets lost
That's
in
why
that
we're
grind.
going out tonight. That's why we're going out. tonight.
Exactly,
Because
exactly.
I ain't been out. I swear, I haven't been out to a bar in probably like 3 or 4 months.
Really.
Like I don't be going. You know I was that guy in high school. Like,
Mhm.
I was out Friday, Saturday.
Always trying to party, man.
Maybe even
This
a
guy
two-
always had all the
maybe
plans
even-
with him.
I had the plans, dog. I always had the plans.
Mhm.
There was always something to do. But yeah, that shit stopped, dog. A couple
No,
years
it's
ago.
good.
Like around the time I got my surgeries, I was just like, okay, I gotta lock it.
Get on your hustle, lock in
Especially-
on you.
Especially because I couldn't wrestle no more. I was like, when I got my surgeries, it was like, fuck, I gotta try to be smart. And then I was like, oh shit, I'm actually kind of smart. Let me start studying.
Guess I'm kind of that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. And then like you start reading more, you start just becoming like a better person. and all that.
Maturing as
Yeah.
yourself, which is a great thing.
That's crazy, dog. We're fucking maturing, dog. It's funny when you
Mhm.
see people like from when you're younger, when you're like a little older, because it's like, you know, it's like, do they remember the old you or is it the
or
new
the new you.
But it's not really the new you. You're still the same guy.
Well, to
You're just
you,
like-
to you, you're the same guy, but to them, nowadays, all you see is what's on social media, so you think everyone's doing great.
yeah, I think I saw a quote the other day. What was it? It was like, damn, did I screenshot it? It was a fucking good one. It was something about like, oh, it's on my fucking iPad. It was like, So like you know someone. So like let's say I knew you when we were 15, and then we didn't see each other for like 10 years, and then I see you again. It's like, but we were hella tight when we were 15. Like we were dogs. We were like bros. We did everything together. All this shit. It's like, I think the quote was something like, you, in that time, like you project yourself on what you think the person's doing, and the opinion you come up with that person says more about yourself than you, because you haven't even talked to that person in that span of time.
That's
so it's like
think about.
Yeah, so it's like you are self-projecting things you think about this person from your own consciousness, because you can't tap into that person's consciousness. Exactly. It's just like a really deep thing. Oh fuck, I was thinking about it last night. I was like, yo dog, that's crazy. Like if someone comes at you sideways after you haven't seen them for a while, just like thinking you're different, thinking you're some type of way, because like maybe you've got some money or got some status or like done good in your sport or any of this, and they're like, they just come at you some type, or maybe you have not done good, and
you're saying they come at you in a negative manner.
Yeah, they just come at you like thinking you're somebody you're not, you know, just because time passed. It's like yeah, I wish I could remember the quote. It's on my fucking iPad.
No,
but it's just like
that's deep to think about though.
People like project. When people make assumptions about they're projecting themselves.
Yeah, it's almost projecting your own insecurities onto someone else. You're making all these judgments about someone, which most of the time can be very negative, but you're just being a judgy person, and at the end of the day, it's not the same person. It is the same person, but psychologically speaking, it's not the same exact person. Yeah. You know, they're at a different point in their life.
I think the insecurities connects because it's like, it's a trait that people with insecurities have. They project their traits.
Everyone's
onto
got
other
them
people.
too.
Yeah. But it's like, how do you control them? How do you look inward on yourself and be like, I'm going to improve this? And not be like, so like, one thing I have found I do in the past, dog, is like, I wasn't hypocritical, but like, I was hard on my family. Like, I was like, y'all need to be working out like I fucking work out. Like, y'all need to be working out, y'all need to be doing your shit, but like, everyone's just not built like that. You kind of do have to pressure them a little bit to like, because being a bum, and I'm not saying anyone's a bum, but just like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you gotta like, you know, let them know there's levels to this, and you gotta keep progressing levels, or you're gonna get left behind just in the scheme of life.
Exactly.
And that's what it is. Like Andrew Tate calls it the Matrix, the scheme of life, the Matrix. That's what
you get caught in that constant loop of constantly doing the same exact thing over and over again, and not constantly bettering yourself as an individual.
And then you end up with a family and bills and a mortgage, and then you can't better yourself anymore because you're stuck, dog. And that's like the fear. I feel like that's the fear of like every young.
That's Walter White, bro, from Breaking Bad. Really? He peaked when have you ever seen the show?
I don't.
Peaks when he's young. Not gonna give away any spoilers, but
spoil
away. All right, so he starts his company with his buddy. It's called Gray Matter. He buys it for like a cheap price at the time. Then it's worth millions in the future. He peaked right there. Now he's done. He can't better himself. He's stuck in a mundane, loveless life, and he gets lung cancer. And he's like, that's his thing that made him snap. He's like, I can't be doing this shit anymore. I'm gonna go cook some meth and provide for my family. Not the best solution ever, but it's that mental snap that takes you to that, I need to be better than what I've been.
Yes, you know, that's important. And bro, it's like, how can you stimulate that without having to have something horrible happen to you?
Exactly. That's the hardest thing to balance.
That's the quest of life. That is the quest of life. It's a
constant thing too. You never reach that end.
Yeah, but you almost have to make. I feel this is like the answer I feel like I've come to. Again, I'm 21. I'm still figuring it out. But
we're very young.
Yes.
Looking at the grand scheme of things, we're very young.
But again, we have like the internet and stuff nowadays. So our span of information is so much bigger than generations past. Like so much
iPad babies.
Well, like
we see everything.
But the thing is, we have audiobooks, we have podcasts. Like we can listen to shit at all times. Like at work, I have my headphone in for 10 hours, and I maybe get through like 2 books a week and like 5 podcasts.
Constant knowledge.
Constant knowledge. So we're always absorbing. But what was I at? I was talking about. Oh, bro, you almost have to create that like drive so that you don't have to like have a wake up call. You just stay steady and keep, because that's what happens. They get comfortable and they get a wake up call, and it's like, fuck. And sometimes it breaks them, and sometimes it makes them. So how do you stay steady? you almost have to create this sense of like constant desperation in your life.
You have to constantly be grinding. That's the thing.
That's what it is. But it's harder than that. Like it
harder.
sounds like, oh, let me just like we were just talking about, get up, go to work out. But no, you have to like do more because you'll get stuck in that rhythm. You gotta like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this on the side to make this better, you know, and then blah blah da da da. But you have to almost like make yourself so busy, so desperate, so like
you have to be on that grind to better you. That's really what it is, grind to better
yourself.
This
is how I kind of look at it. It's like, you look at like NBA players that come from the hood, they have like that desperation, that drive
to get out.
And like, if your life's good, really nobody in America has that anymore because everyone's life is basically pretty decent. Like 1% of the society or less life is bad. Maybe it's worse now because of Biden and like everything's up like $100.
That's so true.
But you have to create that desperation, like you're in the hood, like you're struggling, like, you know. And how do you do that? Fucking doing a hard sport like rugby every day that like demands your body to be in shape, you to be there mentally, physically, or you're gonna get fucked up and like get concussed. And that's no. You've had a bad concussion, huh?
Oh, I've had a few.
Yeah, so
a lot undocumented too. It's a thing. I mean, every contact athlete goes through that kind of stuff with those injuries. A lot of stuff that's not documented, but it happens, and you got to get over it. But it's about adapting past that and how it changed you and made you a better person in the long run.
Yeah, even something as fucked up as it sounds as getting a concussion makes you better. It makes you better after.
100%.
You appreciate your brain more. You appreciate your health more. Like, I fucking know, like, when I got my knee surgeries, it changed me, dog.
Everything.
Like,
I couldn't mindset walk. Makes you snap, and then you want to be better at everything.
I couldn't walk. I was like, holy shit. I took walking for granted. Like, dog, I was like crawling down the stairs trying to get to the garage to lift some dumbbells, and I was just like, dog, this is some people's life when they're fat. Like, some people live like this, and they didn't even have to get their legs cut open. They're just fat. Yeah. So it's like, we needed, but bro, our generation's so fucked up. Like, so many people are just think something's wrong with them. Like,
everyone's got to put a title on everything. That's how I've seen it nowadays.
Yes, but let's put a title on like hard work. Like, everyone just needs to fucking work hard, and we'll have a good society. Who was I saying this to? Fuck, I gotta think about it. But yeah, our society's like barely afloat right now, the way things are.
Everyone is so divided. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think we're as divided as we think at the top, because, you know, I go to work and I work with like Democrats, fat people, you know, people who I can't tell if they're a boy or girl. I don't really work with them too much because I keep my distance, because you never know. You know, you never know with them. But moving past that, it is like fucking, we're not as divided as we think. We just need a common goal, I think, as a society, and we don't have that right now. Like, what is it? Nobody's working towards a common goal. It's just like left versus right, black versus white.
It's just a constant fight, man. And at the end of the day, when you realize that is a fucking person just like you, that at the end of the day,
that has a story, dog.
Every single person has a story, their own struggle that they've gone through to get to their point. And when you strip down the black, the white, gay, straight, clothing, not clothing, however the fuck you want to dress, you are just a person with your own struggles, just like the next person. Just like the next person.
And it's just like, where along the way did their struggles get so divided that they become like delusional or fucking like hate the world? And
or it gets you to that point, like you said, it's you crash and burn. You hit that struggle.
Well, that is.
Are you going to get better, or are you going to keep going down? Yeah, you spiral. It's an awful thing. I've seen it happen to a lot of buddies of mine, and it's a tragic thing.
And it's like society endorses going downward nowadays.
Well, they almost say it's okay. It's like, I see all these posts, and it's like, you don't have to have your life decided ages 20 through 30. Go live, have fun, date whoever you want. And like, yeah, to a certain extent, all the people I've talked to, you grind when you're 20 to 30, work 30 to 40, you got the rest of your life and all this money to have fun. Yeah, you might be older, but then you're not struggling, dude. And then you see people working table buster jobs or working at Starbucks at age 30. Bro, that is not a life I want to live.
Bro, it's one of the saddest things when I go to work and like I work with older people and they're just like, they talk about their kids and stuff and like all this kind of shit. And I'm just like, bro, we're making like around the same money, dog. This is crazy to me. Like, this is crazy to me, because I know that money goes quick, dog.
It does.
It goes quick. And imagine taking care of a family with that and all that. Like, you really have to stay on your pivot. Can't let shit shake you. But again, like, how do you remain like solid when shit gets like crazy around you? Like the fucking minefields going off. Like,
I'm trying to think of an answer. Right
like
now.
fucking your car just broke down. Your fucking.
I got a funny
grandpa
story.
just
I got a
died.
funny story with the car breaking down, but we'll get back to that. You want to get to that now? Or
Let's
later?
get to that. Tell the story.
All right. So driving home, I'm a table busser at a restaurant called Nico's. I'm there till 2:30. Table busser like 3:30 to 10. Then it's bar hour, so I turn into a bar back later in the night.
Gotcha.
My tire pops. I just dropped $800 on some new tires, 2 front tires.
God.
Hit a LA fucking potholes, bro. Hit a pothole. My tire pops. I'm stuck at a Vaughn's gas station. Like,
I saw your stories.
yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
I
you
can do
see,
to help,
I
though.
was posting about it too. I was like,
Nothing
dude,
I
this
can
is
do to
bullshit.
help.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do to help.
But I walk home, right, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, dude. I'm gonna go put my spare on. Go back, try to put my spare on. Guess what? My fucking car jack breaks as I'm putting the spare on.
Oh!
My buddy Gio calls me at like 4:30. I've been at this gas station for like 2 hours. I asked the dude pumping the gas into the pumps, like, do you have a crowbar? I can try to bang this thing into place. I look like a fucking crazy guy. My knuckles are all bloody from trying to like hit the car jack, and I'm hitting the concrete accidentally at the same time. My buddy Gio calls me. He's like, dog, do you need a car jack? I'm out right now. I'm right near you. So, and that connects back. He pulled up at 4:30 in the morning to help me out. You know what that was? It was a rugby buddy. You know what? We all work towards a common goal, and we all got the same mindset in mind. We're all brothers, man. If your brother called you and said, my car's stranded in Davis, I need a ride or else I'm sleeping in my car tonight, you would sure as shit go pick him up.
Fuck
Just like I would do for any of them.
Oh my god, dog. What
It's
a
crazy.
brother. What a brother.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's
Dog.
my boy
And,
Gio.
like,
Shout out Gio, by the way.
out of
I
that-
still owe you drinks.
Out of that shitty story, like, look what came out of it. You
Fun story.
found out, like, this guy's your brother, dog. He has
Mhm.
your back like that. And, like, you battled through some adversity, dog. You went back and fucking...
I went back, dog.
You were walking the streets of Long Beach, dog. Let's just start... That is, like, a fucking felony right there. Like,
I had homeless people hollering at me for cash. I was like, dog, does it look like I have cash right now? I am walking down the street at 4:30 in a suit and tie, and they're like, do you have any change? I'm like, bro, I don't even have a fucking car right now.
Oh
You're
my
sleeping in a
God.
car, and I don't even have a car right now. You have more to your name than I
You're
do.
like, give me a
apparently.
fucking crowbar,
Yeah,
dog.
I'm like, you got a car jack in there? I'll give you $20. Like,
Said, I'll give you this fucking bracelet,
Yeah,
dog. Come
seriously.
on. I need that shit. Fucking,
didn't even get a refund on the tire either.
God damn, that's
Tough shit.
horrible.
They'll
LA
scam
bought-
you. They'll scam you in Long Beach, bro, if you're not smart about it.
Bro, I mean, fucking Long Beach. What are you dealing with there? Like, fucking people that just came over the border last week? Come on.
Oh no, it's
No,
it's surprisingly it's very gentrified since you hear a lot of stories of like killings, all
Yeah,
this stuff
hella.
back in the day. Ever since like 20 years ago, it's been slowly getting gentrified. It started with like, I think, don't quote me, but it started with like Lakewood area, northern Long Beach, and then it slowly trickles down to like northwest and southwest.
So it's not as ghetto anymore.
Not as bad. It still has its parts, but you know each part of the town.
Isn't Snoop Dogg from Long Beach?
He
Like,
is.
he reps that
LBC,
shit?
baby.
Yeah.
He's
so
from there, but
so it's Killing County. Come on.
oh, it's not Killing County now. Not now,
I hope
but
you don't lie. You might have taken a couple people out.
there
No,
was
but-
stabbings on 2nd Street the other day. We're talking about people not getting killed. 4 people got stabbed broad daylight on 2nd Street.
Bro, what the fuck? I gotta be out there with my samurai sword.
Broad
to
daylight,
protect myself,
bro. Straight up Demon Slayer katana. Keep it on you at all times.
Oh my god, damn,
Yeah.
dog. Bro, I gotta get my concealed carry. But the thing is, in California, dog, if you fucking shoot someone, you're damn near
gonna get in trouble.
going to jail.
No, you're gonna. 100%, dude.
Even if you're protecting your home.
And you have every right to have that on you. You're protecting yourself. That person will still find, in California, they'll still find some loophole.
Do I
to get
just
you
need to
away.
become like a fucking Aikido master and fucking...
Hey,
Oh,
you
my
become,
God,
you become a Aikido master, your hands are registered weapons. At that point, you're fucked, buddy.
What
You
about
can't get away with anything. You can't get away with anything.
Then they better not approach me, dog.
No, you see all this shit of like people going into stores shoplifting, and they're literally told not to do anything. It's crazy, man.
Did you see the Lululemon thing?
No, what happened?
Bro, like they fucking... The workers
Walked out
called the
with stacks,
cops.
huh?
And the workers called the cops, and they fired the employees.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious.
What, just a bunch of people
And
walk
it's like-
out with stuff and they
It
called
was
the
like
cops
it
and then
was
they were
two
like,
ghetto ass dudes fucking suited up,
They walk in with masks on, then they just grab as much as they can and just
like,
walk out because they know no one's gonna do anything.
And
security guards are told not to.
And like the story is that they had done it multiple times before, and then they just called the cops this time. And like the CEO was like on the news, like being like, "Yeah, they're fired."
Why?
Because
what was their reasoning? What was they had no reasoning.
But there's probably gonna be a lawsuit about it. But the thing
I fucking hope so.
But the thing is, it's not about the money to them. It's about making a statement that like, bro, it's like almost a demonic thing when you think about it from the top. Like they're letting people steal from their businesses just to like deconstruct society at the grassroots level. Like when you pay attention to what's happening in society, it's being deconstructed at a grassroots level. Like,
what do you mean by that? Can you explain a little?
They're taking religion out of America.
Oh, 1,000%.
They're taking their same-sex marriage is more advertised than opposite-sex marriage. It's more advertised. You know, I'm not saying there's more people that do it. I'm saying it's more advertised, which is weird. Yeah. Why are they advertising something that less than 1% of the population engages in?
Very true.
So it's like they're trying to force it on people. So that's another thing. They're like...
Ooh, wrong sip there.
They're fucking deconstructing society there, and then it's like mortgage rates are through the roof. They don't want to let anyone own a fucking house.
They're trying to make everyone rent, dude. Buying property is gonna be so hard in the future.
They're trying to make. There's a quote like from 5 years ago. Do you know what the World Economic Forum is?
What was that?
Do you know what the World Economic Forum is?
No.
It's like this group of world elites that meet up every year. See, you don't even know this shit happens and it happens.
Well, it's like Elon Musk type people, or like people even past him.
It's like Elon's not in it because they don't like him. So it's like Canada's president, the Clintons, the Obamas, like all these world leaders that are
very strong, powerful.
UK, Paris, France, all those places, England, all them. The people that force the vaccines, all them. Like the Pfizer CEO is actually in the world.
Actually?
Yes, that's like I'm 100% serious. They said like 5 years ago, they said this on TV, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. They want it to be a good thing that people will own nothing. But
it's not good.
It's not good. Like it sounds enticing, like, oh, you're not going to have to worry about paying for anything. That just means you're not going to make anything.
So you're just constantly shoveling out money to these people, and you're not making anything back.
Yes.
That's crazy to think about.
It is. That's what they want, and
they actually said that on public television.
I wish. See,
that's crazy.
I want a producer back there so I can fucking hook another laptop up to the TV. We can watch it on the fucking TV, and it would be awesome. But I'm not there yet. My podcast will be.
You're getting there. $1 million get there soon enough. Better than Joe Rogan.
But I promise you, that fucking happened. Like I quote that all the time. They said, "You will own nothing and you will be happy, bro." Dog crazy.
That's crazy.
Fresh meat is expensive. Fresh fruit is expensive. But fucking lab grown meat is cheap. Fucking all this other
that shit's garbage.
Yeah,
too.
veggie meat
it's all
is cheap
for you.
Yeah,
it's all bad. Don't even get me started on that.
Well, no, let's get started on it.
All right, let's get started on it.
Let's talk about how bad that shit is for you and how it actually alters our fucking human DNA. Like you're altering. They are making us less human. That's what you're doing. And I'm gonna even extrapolate this to like Pepsi, like packaged like nasty cinnamon buns and shit that. Like that shit literally. Once you eat enough of it and you put enough of that shit in your body, it will alter your fucking DNA.
Oh, definitely.
And you look less human. Like you see people that eat that shit, they look less human.
No, they get all blubbery and it just totally distorts you because you're eating stuff that doesn't belong in your body.
Yeah,
you're eating chemically synthesized, like what is it, veggie meat, Beyond Meat? Oh my god, it tastes awful. That's my opinion. It tastes awful. It doesn't look natural, and it just doesn't cook right. It's just you shouldn't. I don't know. Shouldn't be eating it.
Yeah, it's not for humans.
Yeah,
stuff for humans.
It's made in a lab.
Yeah, dog. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's literally, and that's what they want. They want us to eat this shit that's made in a lab because they can make infinite of it and they can profit from it. So now it's like they own all the houses, they own all the food. So that is 75.
What do you have?
So that is 75% of what we make going to them. So now you got 25%. What do we spend on that? Vacation once a year? I don't know. Like,
Like,
bro,
cool. You own nothing, but you get to go on vacation once a year.
Yeah, and it will be designated spots that they decide that you can afford because you're not going to be able to go to these other places anymore. We're about 25 years away from that, and we're about 10 years away from people accepting it once they get the brain chip. That fucking
Is that a thing? I've been seeing shit about like
bro AI,
especially like these new fucking Apple goggles. You want to talk about iPad babies? Try putting those on a baby. They're just gonna all the time.
We're done.
We're done.
Humans
We're all
are
gonna
done.
turn
I
into
say
robots.
this it ends here every podcast. Like we end up here every podcast. Humans are done, dude.
Yeah.
We're done. Like
we're gonna make ourselves obsolete,
bro. Because how am I not gonna use that thing? How am I not gonna use that thing? You're telling me I can edit my podcast on that? Fucking
just sitting here, just do like
homework,
it's nothing.
Like have my lectures up and fucking have like some YouTube shit over here. What the fuck? It's like we're again.
It's like all the people from WALL-E, bro. Disney predicted it.
Well, I mean, it's just like the natural progression, I guess you could say. Once we invented internet, this is kind of like what had to happen, I guess. Because I mean, if you just look at what humans have evolved throughout time, it's like fucking we started out as like monkeys, and then Neanderthals-ish, and then we were like this middle Neanderthal human, and then we were human, which is like so different from a monkey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now we're like we got these and fucking all this.
Constantly stuck
like, look at this
constantly,
shit. Look at this shit.
I even walked in, I was like, dude, that's a lot of
what
tech
if I'm
right
just
there.
able to fucking get the brain chip and project some lights, fucking
sit here,
digital computer.
Edit your video as you're making it.
Yeah, just like
crazy shit.
Make clip. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy, dog. And it's just like once people can do that, they will accept anything because life will just be so easy already, and it will be like everything will be able to be done by computers.
WALL-E people, bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun. We existed for. I think we got to exist for the best of. I mean, I wish
the last stage of humanity that actually meant something.
I think so. I think so. Honestly, like I don't know where we're going. Like the shit that they talk about in the Bible is actually like starting to happen.
It's coming up.
Like, and I know everyone doesn't believe in that, but I mean, stories have value. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, shit happens.
Crazy thing to think about.
I mean, crazy to think we were just talking about fucking the world being flooded at the beginning of the podcast, how we're closer to being underwater. And now we're back.
Now we're gonna be robots.
And now we're talking about the end of the fucking world.
I know.
Like we're just, bro. Can something good happen?
Well, we got all these news outlets, and they're just constantly projecting negativeness and bad ideas to us. It's like, when is stuff ever gonna get good? You hear coronavirus. You hear property taxes are going up. Gas is going up. Everything's expensive.
Yeah. Why don't we fucking renovate a national park?
Yeah. Well, when are we gonna be like cancer's cured? Or just something like absolutely groundbreaking.
Can something good happen,
yeah,
dog?
One to think.
Can they be like steroids free for everyone?
Yeah, everyone's on trend. We're all jacked now.
No more small nuts from steroids. Like, just say the words.
Everyone's on trend.
Say the words. I'm getting it. I'm on it.
Immediately.
No heart problems from steroids. That would be good news. But we just hear about this shitty stuff every day.
All the time.
Let's renovate a national. Let's bring rhinos to America. I think that would be.
Bro, you know who one of the only people left, I think, is doing that? Mr. Beast.
What's he doing?
All you see is Mr. Beast, Habitat for Humanity, helping people, planting 1 million trees, a tree per subscriber, this and that.
For him.
Just, dude, constant positive vibes. And I know he does more like kids content, but it's a great thing to have for this generation because with constant negativity being pumped into your life at all times, it's good to have a little ray of sunshine in there.
Yeah.
Someone that everyone can rally behind and be like, this guy's good. No matter political spectrum, color, race, sexuality, this guy's good.
I don't know. Hey, I like Mr. Beast a little bit, but I don't like him a lot because he did, like, bro.
Oh, what'd he do?
What'd
he do?
So there was this guy in his group, and the guy.
Chris?
And the guy has a kid, dog, and he turned transgender after he had a kid.
When I heard about that stuff, that was
he's
mind-boggling.
Like, bro, and it's like, I don't know.
He's not in the group anymore, is he?
Yeah, Mr. Beast posted a video to his audience that has an average age of 8. Like my friend is Chris is transgender and I support him. Like, did you need to post that for kids, dog?
Nah, and
Like,
it's the
it should
same
not
thing.
be brought anywhere near kids.
It's the same thing with that agenda being pushed on today's kids.
Yeah, and
where it's like constantly shoved in their face. And
that's my only problem with Mr. Beast. He does great stuff, but
Huh.
again, like the transgender thing, you got to be careful with that, dog. That's like posting porn to kids. Like, I mean, no, it's not, but it kind of is. Like, they're very impressionable. They're very impressionable.
Dude, I looked up to people when I was that age, and I wanted to be them. I'd watch NFL, and I'm like, I remember, this guy sounds so stupid, but I'd go down Instagram, and I'd be like, like all the Falcons players, I'm a Falcons fan, I'd be like, I'm going to play with you one day. And then, they're like, straight mindset, grind set, dog. And they were just like, one of them, I think it was like, I forgot his name, he was a strong safety at the time, and he was like, can't wait to see you here. And I was like, dog, that's all I needed.
That's so cool.
So I'm making it slowly but surely, but not that sport, same level. But it's just fuck, I got off on a tangent.
No, tangents are good. That's what this is for.
I forgot what we were talking about though.
Me too. We were talking about Falcons, safety. Fuck, I got caught on the DMs. That happens. We can take a little rest.
That's all right.
We can take a little rest. All right, we're back. Just needed a break, dog. Fucking yeah. What was I saying? Oh, it's so funny, dog. When like I tell people I have a podcast, they're like, "Oh, bro, I'm gonna start one," and I'm like, yeah.
Way more work than that.
I'm like,
way more work.
I'm like, bro, I wish you the best of luck, dog. I wish you the best of luck. This shit is a quest. Like I have hours and hours and hours, and like even my dad helped me set the studio up. Like, thank God for him, because I ain't good at that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't good. Like, I'm the type. Damn, this sounds like a bitch, but I'm the type that like something gotta get put up on the wall. I'm paying someone. Like,
oh, that's all right, man. You get someone else to do it. That's what services are for.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll go find a Mexican on the corner.
There you go.
Hey,
take a ride to Home Depot.
Yeah, I like the ones on Brown Street. They do good work. But yeah, what's it like coming back to town and seeing your family after not seeing them in a minute?
Coming back to town, it's a trip, man, because you build all these memories when you're young, when you're here, and then you come back and it's like playing an old video game from like 2010, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Boot it up, and you're like,
bro, it's
not like dog shit, but it's like, it's not as good as it used to be. So it's like you come back, seeing the family's awesome, the house is the same, dogs are the same, it's awesome, but then you drive through the streets and it's definitely not the same. And you think about, what am I going to do after college? If you're in college, am I going to come back? And it's like, I'd love to hypothetically, but then deep down something tells you that it's like, this isn't the place for me anymore. And you've kind of outgrown it and there's nothing left for you.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that would, well, I don't want to live here when I'm older. Like, I don't know. I have like this plan for my life that probably seems really unrealistic to a lot of people. So I'm not
dreaming, man.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna get into it. But like, maybe I would send my kids to wrestle at Baca High, because like my dad wrestled at Baca High, I wrestled at Baca High. I feel like the coaches at Baca High are gonna end up being people that I wrestled with in high school, like Lawrence, Jacob, someone like them. So that's someone I would trust with my kid like that. So, but I'll probably be around working, like moving around, shit like that. So yeah, the wrestling room is like the only thing in Vacaville that if that thing ever gets touched, I'll never come back. Like, I'll never come back to Vacaville if the wrestling room gets touched. But if the wrestling room's gone, like, I'm no attachments to this town. Like,
I'll say one thing: this is a great town to raise a family.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, maybe not a daughter, but sons for sure. Sons.
Yeah. Try going to wrong side of PCH down Long Beach and raising a family.
Okay,
that shit ain't gonna work. That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing extremes.
Comparatively, yeah, for sure. This is like, Vacaville's like, bro. You see Fairfield. We're like the place. It's kind of like Fairfield's like the cutoff from that Bay Area bleed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Bay Area bum bleed. That's what I
call
it. The
Bay Area bum bleed. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Bro, like the bumminess in San Francisco.
Oh, it's so bad.
Bums into Vallejo.
Or
it was really like Vallejo bummed into San Francisco, and then San Francisco bummed into Richmond. Or like Richmond and Vallejo bummed into San Francisco.
And then it just became a spunge and absorbed all the bums.
And then they got Fairfield, and then Fairfield's like trickling outward and starting to get that like the early side of Vacaville, like the Alamo side.
Yeah, the Alamo side,
and the 8-7 side, like that side. Vacaville's kind of like shaped like this kind of, and we're over here right now. That side of town.
We're pretty far away from that.
Yeah. So like Dixon, Winters, that ain't ghetto.
Dude. I don't think Dixon
small.
I think they're too small. Yeah. I don't think they're ever gonna get that. Not that's ghetto crowd, but like just.
But that's how you know California's fucked. Absolutely fucked. If the ghetto bleeds into Vacaville and Dixon. Because then there's no hope.
Vacaville, I'm like, Vacaville's always going to be Vacaville.
No, but the thing is, downtown Vacaville is so bad at night now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never experienced I don't
know,
nightlife.
But like, the Air Force sent out something to their people that they can't go there.
To
like,
downtown
they cannot
Vacaville?
go to downtown Vacaville. Because of like gang affiliation.
There's gangs in Vacaville?
Yeah.
I know about the kids calling themselves Nortes riding around on bikes back when I was in like middle school, but there was nothing more serious than that.
Those kids are grown now.
Damn, I didn't even
That's what you have to think about.
I didn't even think about that.
Those kids are grown now. So, like those kids that thought they were hot shit when they were 16, they're thinking they're hot shit.
It's like, bro, when you're here, you don't have any need to be that way. At least I would say.
Well, and this goes back to what we talked about earlier. Staying out of that lifestyle, you have to have like a sense of desperation and a sense of desperation, but also like a desire and a goal.
Mm-hmm.
A sense of desperation initially, a desire to get out of that, and then a goal to keep you driving forward. Because that's what you need, dog. You need a goal. Because if you don't have a goal, it's like, where the fuck are you going? You could just be it's like getting in the car and saying I'm going. And not know where
you're gonna drive at all. You just end up somewhere.
And that sounds fucking stupid. Yeah. But that's how stupid people who live their
that's a great way to compare that. Wow. Yeah. Just getting in the car going nowhere.
Just saying I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going anywhere.
And that's the mindset a lot of people have nowadays. It's
you
like
say,
get a push on
dog.
You. It's okay to do this and that at this time and do whatever you want, but it's like, nah, fucking know where you're going, but have fun along the way.
Yeah. It's like they say, I'm going. You're not going anywhere, dog.
Yeah, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, but it's like, one thing, going back to having fun along the way, one thing I think is really important is like celebrating your accomplishments with your friends and your family, because that's like the best feeling ever, dog. Like when you graduated, did you have a fifth year?
I have one more semester, and then I'm outie.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, when you graduate, dog, you're gonna have such a good feeling, bro. It's gonna be like, your family's gonna be there. It's just gonna be, bro. And
really
you're
excited.
Gonna celebrate. You're gonna have a couple beers, and that beer is gonna taste better than probably any I've ever tasted. Maybe the best beer you've had since like high school graduation, because those were pretty good beers.
Those were great beers.
Those
were freedom beers right there. Until you realize you had 4 more years of being locked out.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's different. Like high school was legit prison, at least for me. Dog.
Well, because they kept you stuck in there. It was literally you missed class. They call your legal guardians, and they're like, "Where were they?"
Yeah, my parents didn't answer, but it was just like the
cool parents. Right
it was just like the thing, like, dog, I'm not learning anything here except for like I would say English class is important. You need to learn how to write. Science class, like half the stuff's important.
It's iffy with some of the topics.
History is important, but it depends on who your teacher is. Like literally, because they'll just indoctrinate you.
Exactly, they could be indoctrinating you in some information that could be totally wrong. You never know.
Exactly. So it's just like we do PE, art, a fucking waste of time. Like PE is maybe not a waste of time if you're doing weights. Like, but let's schedule that right before fucking practice. Like, let's not schedule it second fucking period.
Like maybe making it an after-school activity or something.
Or even.
Or towards the end of the day, even.
6th period, dog. 6th, like 5th.
I had 6th period PE when I went to Jepson, and or 7th. I think they had 7 periods back then. I felt fantastic because at the end of the day, I don't even got to change. I just walk to the car, my mom picks me up, or I go to fucking practice.
It's fine. But it's just such a waste of time, dog. And I saw that, and I was like, bro, if I didn't wrestle, I would have never been at school. Because that was only...
You have no reason.
Yeah, it was just like, dog, I wasted so much time. Like, I could have been figuring more shit out. Like, and that's the problem, dog. They're fucking stopping people from actually figuring shit out by sending them to high school, and then when they're in high school being like, you can take 60, 70,000 in student debt, go to college, go get this degree in gender studies.
Gender studies,
it's gonna make you feel good, and you're gonna get the college experience. So now you're $80,000 in debt, and you spent 4 years not thinking about anything important. 4 more years not thinking about anything important. And that's what I realized when I got out of high school.
First 2 years of college were, dude, general ed, it's like high school part 2. Same thing.
Exactly. Bro, so you spend all this time not thinking about, like, the real world, which I think is, like, really important. People don't spend enough time thinking about, like, what the real world actually is, what, like, the tax system is, what it actually means to, like, have a family that doesn't have 5 divorces and, like,
that's a major issue.
Like,
that's a major
that is 50% of America. Like, let's think about how big of an issue that is. Like, the college education might not be worth the degradation it has to American society for that many people to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at the end of the day, now your college degree is just a piece of paper. It's kind of worthless unless you go get your master's. And then at that point, it's like, dude,
what did you get it in? Like,
well,
it's
yeah,
like, what did you
like,
get your master's in? Are you gonna get a job?
But then you hear about these people that come out of high school. This is one thing I respected about Vaca High. I think it was. Can I name drop?
I wouldn't. Unless it's like one of our boys.
All right, no, it was a teacher. It was a really interesting teacher, but they were an English teacher, and we actually had a whole unit on like alternative routes for if you're not going to go to college. It was really cool. It was like only a month, but we talked about different routes, trades, starting a business, doing taxes, all this adult stuff you don't think about until after college. And we were talking about it, and I thought it was a really cool jump start into, which that's one thing I did respect about my senior year of high school is they taught us what you could do after high school.
For sure, yeah. One thing I'm like thankful to my pops for, dog, is like I thought. Well, first of all, my knee surgeries kind of threw everything off because like the plan was
sent you back.
Yeah, because I was gonna wrestle in college. Like that was always the plan. But I didn't end up like wrestling was just not in my life anymore. So, but that was fine. But
That's
I still
okay.
thought I was gonna go to college. And I was like, I thought my parents were gonna pay though, and my dad was like, I'm not paying $50,000, $60,000.
He said, "Fuck that."
He said, "Fuck that. Are you fucking dumb, son?
Yeah.
Like go to community college, save some money."
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking go to community college, get my degree, go to the military, right? So then my surgery stopped me from going to the military because I wanted to get my.
It's just one thing after another.
Yeah, but it's okay, bro. It's adversity. Like that's what life is, and this is why I'm thankful to wrestling. Like that shit was nothing to me because I wrestled my whole life. So it was just like, okay, came for the military. So now I gotta work 50 hours a week to pay for school. Fucking, I'm gonna do it. Like it's like, bro, it sucks, but you do it. And honestly, I'm thankful for everything that happened. Like I'm thankful for my surgeries that I didn't wrestle in college because I never would have pivoted off of that mindset. That was like wrestling. Because that was all I thought about, bro. Like my body was always fucked up. I was just like, how am I gonna still win? And my body's fucked up.
Yeah, you're constantly hurting. That's how it was with rugby, man.
Yeah, and it's just like
it takes a toll.
Yeah, you're just stuck in that think though. So I never really pivoted off of that thought process of like wrestling, and thought like life.
So you're just constantly thinking wrestle.
Yeah, and I didn't see like a future after that. Like I didn't even think about a future after that. You know, I was just like, I'm gonna go to college and wrestle and then figure it out. But then, that sounds so dumb to me looking back now.
Looking back, fuck, we're all younger, man.
But then like
brought up in this topic of wrestling, and that's what I'm gonna do, and then life hits you. Yeah, it hit you a little early with your trials and tribulations, but you overcame it.
Yeah, and again, thankful for it all because like, then that made me pivot to like focus on school, and then like if I would have gotten into the military, I wouldn't have freedom of speech to do this. Like I wouldn't be able to do this in the military.
No, not
at all. So.
Is there like a law against that?
They would shut me down for the shit I say.
Yeah.
They would shut me down.
Oh yeah.
I big Trump guy, don't believe in transgenders, so I'd be out. I'd be getting.
They'd probably boot you.
Yeah, for sure. Dishonorably. For sure. And then I'd never get a job again.
Dishonorably.
And then I'd never get a job again. So, thank God that didn't happen. So, bro, it's just like everything happens for a reason. Shit might seem so bad, but like, so thankful for my knee surgeries, like not being able to wrestle anymore. Fucking getting denied from the military, all that shit, because it just made me work harder in everything else, dog. And like, like crypto's down bad right now. I was big in crypto. I had a bunch of Bitcoin. I'm fucking 20 years old, 19 years old. I lost some money there. Good, learned a lesson.
You learn from it and you overcome.
I sure as hell am not gonna. Yeah, again, it's just lessons, and like, how do you handle them? How do you face that adversity? And rugby is a great, just as well as wrestling. It's a great outlet to learn about life. I'm going to go into some deep shit right here.
Yeah, you're good.
So I'm reading this manga. It's called Vagabond. It's about Miyono Musashi, the best the best sword fighter of all time. You know, like back in the 1500s
Yeah.
when people would train at dojos and it was like honorable to go out and fight someone with a sword.
Yeah, and if you die, that's how you go out.
Yeah, it's like
That is your
honorable.
way.
It's honorable.
Mhm.
That is, you live the way of the sword.
Mhm.
That's what it's called. So there's multiple stuff about this. Like the Book of the Five Rings is wrote by the real person Miyoda Musashi, and then this manga I'm reading, Vagabond, is like the story told a little bit differently
Mhm.
with like a little more extremism. But one of the main quotes is when you know the way of the sword broadly, you can see the way in all things. So that is like when you understand something completely, like they understand the sword completely, they understand everything that comes with it, what comes with it in battle, what comes with it in preparation, what comes with it after, what comes with it, every single step of the process. You can see the process in all things. So you'll be successful in all things. And I feel like that extrapolates out to like extreme sports like rugby, wrestling, MMA, boxing. Like when you live that lifestyle, it teaches you a lot about life in general. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like on that deep level almost. And that's like some crazy shit. Like people were writing about that 600, 700 years ago, and it's right in front of us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This shit's crazy, dog. It's just literature, man. Like start reading, just
People don't fucking read nowadays. That's why everyone just spouts word vomit out of their mouth and then expects it to be true. I was talking to my dad and dicking around with him, like, you know what? Not everything you see on YouTube Shorts is facts, right? It's just some.
He sees mine.
Yeah, but no. But my point was, I was like, you know, just because two people, it's funny enough, we're literally talking about it on that outlet. It's like just because two people in the microphone say that something happened doesn't mean it's true.
100%. We're just, bro. It's life from our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying this.
Everyone's got their own perspective.
I was saying this the last podcast. I was like, bro, we all live in a different world. Like quite literally, we all live in a different world. I could look at a girl and think she's hideous, and you could look at a girl and think she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I could look at a piece of art and think it's beautiful, and you could look at a piece of art and think it's hideous.
It's trash.
We live in a different world. Like we perceive people differently. We perceive foods differently. We perceive beauty differently. It's just like that's crazy when you think about it. And this goes back to like the projecting thing I was talking about earlier. If you think someone thinks the same as you, you're just projecting. Like it says more about you than them. You don't even have the wherewithal to not project yourself on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy, dog. Life's crazy. How the fuck do we keep up with all this?
I don't know, man. And it all
just like, do I just need to move into the woods and meet a nice lady, have kids, and just forget about all this
what
shit?
was that movie about the dude that moves out in his van?
Walter White? No,
It's similar, but he's like this guy. He's like a school teacher, something we learned about in school. And then he goes off in his van and just lives. All he does is just hunt, reads, and writes. And he said that he lived the most meaningful life because that's what he wanted to do. Nowadays, everyone is always so caught up in trying to outdo each other because it's constantly shoved in our face. And it's like, if you just slow down and do what you want and you follow your own path, it'll all come together eventually.
That's so important, and like people get lost in the sauce. They don't even.
That's facts, bro.
They don't even know what meaning is because like we said, you have to have goals and you have to create desperation and you have to have the desire to go chase those goals. And it's like you get lost in the sauce and then the goal becomes cloudy and then like you start numbing your desperation with alcohol and maybe a couple ugly hookups here and there that make you, or like some porn or whatever gets you to bed at night after work when you're tired and you don't want to push the extra mile just to elevate your life. You know what I'm saying? It's just, fuck, dog. Life's a battle. Life's a war.
It's tough, man. Everyone's got their own struggles.
But life is a battle. Life is a war. And that's what we're forgetting in today's society. Like, life was never supposed to be easy.
No,
like we weren't born into this world. And granted, you're gonna have an easy life. They don't say that you're gonna have an easy life. That's not the first thing the doctor says to you when you're born. Like, no,
yeah, you get popped right out the vagina. It's like, it's gonna be good, bro. Trust me.
You come out that bitch and you're screaming and crying and kicking. Yeah. And that's what life is. Like, it's fucking violent. You gotta be ready for it.
It's a constant struggle, and this is one thing I've realized, especially within like the last 2 years of my life, because growing up in Vacaville, small town, everyone talks, everyone knows each other. I was younger at the time too, but it's like, not everyone's gonna like you. And I try to be
You always wanted everyone to like you.
I did. I always wanted to be in every group chat. I always wanted to hang out with everyone. I always wanted to be everyone's friend. But you gotta realize, not everyone's gonna like you. And then you look back and all those people that you wanted to like you, they're doing jack shit. You don't know what they're doing, and then you look at them and like, they're just an average bum. It's like, not everyone is going to take to what you're doing, and that's okay. Life is hard, man.
Bro, and this goes even back to when we were... Bro, you reflected your goodness on them. You reflected what you thought they were.
But I thought they were good people?
Yeah, you thought they were something that they weren't. Like, because you're a good person, so you projected goodness on them. You know, it goes both ways.
I try to have a positive outlook, but it's like at the end of the day, everyone's going to do what they want.
And this kind of goes to something I've been thinking about lately. Like, as a guy, especially in today's society, you can't really look at things as good or bad. You just kind of have to look at things.
It just happens.
Yeah. So you have to be like a stoic.
What do you mean by that?
Do you know what stoicism is? It's kind of like...
It's been a long time since I've been in that genre of education.
So it's just like a way of life, or like a personality type that's like, I'm not going to let outside circumstances faze me, ever. Everything comes from within. It's not about the reaction, it's about the response. So, don't, you know the saying, don't react, respond. So it's like, it's not about the reaction, it's about the response. Like, something horrible could happen to you, but you just have to respond in a calm, thought through manner that like if something dramatic happens to you and you respond in a minute, you're responding wrong.
Yeah.
Even in an hour, you're responding wrong. You haven't had time to think about it.
No, you're acting strictly off emotion at that point.
And that kind of goes back to what stoicism is. It's you have to have complete control over your emotions, and like and that again, that is so neglected by society. Like emotional control, they just say like cry, be sad, like. No.
Be sad. Feel your feelings, and then don't all this stuff, dude.
It's like you need to have complete control. You can feel things, but you need to have complete control over them. How you respond and how you react. And yeah, that goes back to what you were saying. But yeah, society just needs that. I feel like that should be taught in school, like instead of fucking, I don't know what they're teaching, the Green New Deal. I see that truck you pulled up in, dog. You got
that's not mine. That's my brother's.
You said I'm guzzling that gas. You said no. So where's the diesel at?
So I still drive my 350, right?
Yeah.
Getting in my Nissan 350 to that fucking hunk of lunk, dude.
It's like driving it's like driving a monster truck.
Yeah, dude, I'm almost like I can't. Oh yeah, you can't fucking pull into spots regularly. By the way, this is one thing. So I always make fun of people that reverse. I'm like, why you gotta big dick your truck into the spot? And it's like, cause you can't park any other way.
Yeah, bro, that thing's like a fucking.
It's a heifer, dog.
It's like trying to put a dick into a vagina sideways, dog.
It just don't work. It just don't.
You gotta fucking back that bitch up.
Yeah. So it's like,
yeah.
It's definitely different, but.
I think I want a truck. You know, I was talking to my barber about this.
I was thinking about that.
It was funny. I was like, dog, you got such a nice truck. I bet girls get wet when they get in your truck, dog. He's like, he looked at me, he's like, that's the first thing they say. You got a nice truck.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, that's the first thing they always say. You got a nice truck. Like, girls love nice cars. He's like, they got to reach up to that top bar and take a big step.
For me, I think it's because girls are always seeing these fucking sports cars, dude. Getting in a Lamborghini or a Porsche, and then you see like a nice truck pull up. It's like, damn, that thing's a heifer. That's a nice piece of metal right there. I think can get you far. It's something you're not used to, and it's like, it's different, you know?
You know, I just think there's something to be said about a guy that goes and picks up a girl in a nice car. Like, she's just like, okay.
Well, all right, bro.
Yeah,
all right. I
like,
see what you're playing with. I see what you're playing with.
Yeah. So I think a car is one of the next. I want like a nice Mercedes, dog. But I'm gonna have to like maybe towards the end of my school, because I'll be able to work through school, but about a year and a half out.
Yeah.
I need a nice car, dog.
But
it's just like the insurance on that shit's expensive and all that, dog.
It all adds up. It's just, that's why you gotta take the price into account of when you buy it outright, or if you're gonna lease, whatever process you want to do, and then the after of it too. You pay your insurance. If you get in an accident, is my insurance gonna raise fucking drastically? And my God, I got some stories about the insurance with my car. It's awful. I've been hit by 2 crackheads and my roommate in the past 3 months. Yeah.
How do you even go about that?
Bro, so I'll spark note it.
You don't have to if it's still pending. Maybe don't talk about it.
Oh, with the insurance stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not pending. I got fucking scammed.
Gotcha.
No, it's terrible.
All right, talk about the
So,
insurance. What insurance company? What insurance
You want
company?
me to name drop them?
Name drop them.
Geico ain't on your side, dog. And I don't have Geico. I got Allstate because I'm in good fucking hands.
Geico is not a
I'm in
sponsor.
good fucking hands, all right?
Geico is not a sponsor of the CJ show.
Not a sponsor.
CJS podcast, no.
So, I got hit. I was pulling out of a Starbucks, and this crackhead reverses his truck into me, and I honk on the horn. I'm like, what the fuck, dog? He drives off. I'm like, no way this dude's trying to hit a lick on me and dip. I little fucking drove down 405, hitting 90 in my bitch, but he was driving a truck. That thing picked up too.
Oh my!
Tracked him down. No.
Oh.
He did, but give me some time.
Oh.
I pull up to a neighborhood. I'm causing a fucking ruckus. I'm honking my horn, and I'm like, this guy just fucking hit me and drove off. Hops out the car. Total crackhead, dude. Construction worker, whatever. He's like, this and that. He's like, I'm sorry. I pulled over because I know I did wrong. I'm like, give me your fucking license and registration. Got his license plate. And he's like, nah, man. He starts suspiciously backing up to his car, reaching for his back. And I'm like, I ain't fucking with this. So this is going to be important later. Yeah, starts reaching back and drives off. Hops in the car, drives off, dips on me. I couldn't get him. He stopped me at a red light, and I sure shit wasn't going to get another ticket along with that. DHL driver hits my car at 2:30 after work, 2:30 in the morning. 3 days later, my roommate busts out my taillight. But talking to Geico, I filed a police report after the crackhead hit me. He claims I had a gun on me, and I was chasing him. I'm the one that filed the police report. Like, you don't think they're gonna go in depth about that? And that's how much they fucking care in LA and Long Beach when shit like that happens. Whatever.
They don't care.
Shove it under the rug. Kid, do you know how many of these happen a day? Hundreds. It's like, okay, I have proof. I filed a police report. You know who he is. He has multiple accounts on his record. Why aren't you doing anything about it?
Because the fucking attorneys in California let them all out of jail because we're soft on crime and we don't give them the death sentence like they need.
I don't know about a death
Give them
sentence
the death penalty
for a fender bender. I don't know, dog. Maybe give me the $500 to repaint my shit and I'm fine.
If they're retarded enough to get into a car accident in the 2023s, give them the death penalty.
Bro, I'd be like my white girl Emily shit hitting the curb saying oops every now and then too, alright? I'd be on my shit.
Yeah, but really getting into car accidents in 2023 is just like some lame shit.
It's definitely like, the fuck did you do that,
like,
dude?
Bro, we have had these automobiles our whole fucking life. I've been, like, you've been driving since you've been 16. Get behind the wheel, turn the bitch, and get there safely. I fucking text when I drive. I'm fucking editing. I'm on the phone. I'm counting money,
checking stuff.
I'm and I get to one place to another safely. Huh. So these motherfuckers who just be crashing their cars, they're all women or crackheads. But yeah, I don't get it. That's some crazy shit. But that's what ended up happening.
It was crazy.
So now you're going to jail?
No, I'm not going to fucking... That's the thing! I'm like, okay, I have a gun on me. You're not going to do any research into me about owning a weapon that I may or may... I don't own a gun. Yeah. But it's like, you're not going to do any research on whether I may or may not be allowed to own this weapon that I drew on someone.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You don't fucking care, dude. It's like... And I'm the one that filed the police report.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, what?
Dog, I don't even understand that. How are they going to be on your head about it when...
I don't know, man.
Geico, you're done. You're done.
Get in good hands. Allstate only.
Did you switch?
No, I've been on Allstate. Geico was the crackhead's insurance.
Oh.
So I filed it through his, so I didn't even have to pay a fucking copay.
God.
So he would have to do that shit because he hit me.
Fuck that bastard.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to give him some fentanyl.
That lizard can go fuck off, dude. That Geico lizard, he ain't my homie.
No, seriously.
All my homies hate the Geico lizard.
Happy. It would be great. We could give him fentanyl. He'll
be happy.
He'd be happy.
He'll be doing his thing.
So that's what we need to do to all the crackheads. We just give them all fentanyl until they disappear.
It's a great idea, but theoretically, it's not gonna work.
What do you mean they would do it? They would do it. If you gave the crackheads unlimited fentanyl, they would just smoke it till they died. They would just smoke it till they died.
Seriously? like,
And I think that's fine.
Rest and rehabilitation is the best way for those people, but sadly, a lot of people, it's either you go to jail and get clean, or you fucking die on the street of those drugs.
So let's expedite the process. Let's get them to jail.
To worsen the situation.
Let's get them to jail, or let's put the bodies in the street. I need SF back.
Let's walk around Pier 39.
I need SF back, dude. SF used to be fucking beautiful. Even when I would go there when I was like 8 or 9, when I was a kid.
Walk around the street.
Like 12 years old. Or like 12 years ago. What was that? 2011, 2010. Bro, it was like you go to a Giants game, you walk around the pier, you fucking go get some lunch with your...
Beautiful.
You
it's
go
pretty.
out with your fucking mom.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to have your dad. And you don't gotta worry about shit. But now it's like crackhead, dude with a gun, dude with a knife.
So how bad has it been? Because I haven't been in the past 4 years.
Bro, it's awful.
It's actually
literally
that bad.
Awful.
Because I've heard, but I never saw it.
It couldn't get worse.
Seriously.
Like if it got worse, it would be Gotham.
Do you know what they do with those crackheads? They give them $200 and send their ass down to Long Beach.
We need to give them fentanyl. No, what some of them do is they fucking bust to Vacaville because they know we got money.
And what, just chill here?
And like hang out by Target and then bust back at the end of the day.
I thought you meant bus as a term of like they're just getting here, like actually bus here and then take the bus back.
That's what they're doing.
That's insane. I stop at Walnut Creek, bro.
Oh,
I got all the money over there. I just chill in Walnut Creek.
I'm pretty sure Walnut Creek just like kills them before they get there. Yeah, they're like no, can't have no dirty people around.
They're like, nah, bro, we got an Apple store.
They're like,
we got a fucking Apple store, right? We're not having you squatting outside.
Steph Curry might come here. Sorry.
Yeah, bro. No chance we're gonna have you around.
We're not having you see Steph Curry. But yeah, dude, SF is fucking bad.
I didn't know it was that
It's
bad.
sad. It's really sad because it's just like it could be a great city. Like
it's beautiful.
It's
look at the landscape, dude. It's right on the bay.
Well, it's sad because like my great grandma's house there, we got some property out there, and it's just like it's nothing. Like it's just fucking trash.
Now if you don't mind me asking, is the price of that going down or up due to the issue?
Nobody wants to live there. Nobody wants to fucking.
Because I know it's all time. I've heard in the past few years all time high for prices there.
Well,
it's
because
super expensive.
Because of yeah, but we're like the last 2 years.
It's been going
since
down.
Biden. I mean, basically since Biden.
It's been going down?
COVID, yeah.
Okay.
Not good. I mean, COVID turned SF even worse. And I mean,
I would assume so.
It's sad, because it was a bunch of old people and like they're not productive. And fuck, we're just gonna.
Bro, my grandma lived out there.
Can we bury SF? Can we just blow it up?
Can we just blow it up and build something new?
Let's turn it into a lake.
A lake right next to the bay.
Yes.
I guess we could
have lake sharks.
That'd be sick, dude.
We could do the cage there. We could put the cage in the
the cage! We can do the cage.
We're circling
I
back.
think we're onto something.
We're
onto something.
Blowing SF up. Blow SF up. Episode 13.
Blow it up. Drop a lake in that bitch. We're going to go fishing. We're going to have shark tanks. It's going to be great. All right? It's going to be a good time.
You get a good tan out there in Long Beach, huh?
I've been working, bro, and my mom was making fun of me. She said I was so white. I've been sitting in the backyard for the past 3 days with tanning shit.
You look like a Mexican worker today, so you're doing good.
Well, I'm glad I'm a hard worker.
Dog.
Oh damn, yeah, I do. I do look pretty dark.
But like the glasses tan.
Is it on me?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Well, like you're burnt on the face. You're burnt.
It's because I put that shit on my face yesterday.
Dog.
Mom's always
right.
We're
closing up the podcast, episode 13 right here. Stefano, Menicou. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man.